Hi, welcome to Picture This with me, Solana. In this podcast, I will be matching pictures with songs, and I'm really excited to do this and explain my choices because I've been doing this for a while and it's something that I really enjoy doing. But I feel like I never explain my choices per se, and without those explanations, I don't think that it really makes like my matchings make any sense to anyone other than myself. Um, this idea kind of came from something that my friend and I would do in high school, and it would be interesting because we would be thinking of very different songs for the same picture. Um, and so, I don't know. I think it's just a very interesting process. It's kind of related to like synesthesia, which is something that I've been thinking about a lot. Synesthesia is basically just like connecting multiple senses to each other. So, like, um, when you can like taste a color or when you can um, hear a taste or whatever, something like that. So yeah, like I think that sometimes when I see certain pictures, it reminds me of a very certain song, or sometimes when I hear a song, it reminds me of very certain imagery. And so, how this will work, because I can't show you pictures on a podcast. If you go over to our Instagram, which is UCU Radio, UCU, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep, it's at UCU Radio, UCU. Um, you will be able to see all of the photos that I will be talking about if you just click on the post for this show. And yeah, you should also follow the account because I'm PR manager and that gives me rights to shamelessly promote our social media. Anyway, so without further ado, I'd like to get started with the first picture, which is a picture of it seemed. Oh, by the way, so these photos are all from like my friends or from the other board members, and ideally in my next installment of this show, I would like to kind of do like an open call for photos, but just for the sake of the first time, kept the pool small. But yes, next time if you're interested, please send me your photos. That will be very fun. But anyway, so the first photo is from a friend. It looks like it's part of like some sort of, it's from like an installation. And the song that I like matched to this photo is The Last Man on Earth by Wolf Alice. It's I think that they match quite well because of the very cinematic quality that like all Wolf Alice songs really have, but especially this one. And I also really think that like Wolf Alice songs go, or it's like just they're songs that you listen to in the dark, like it's like a nighttime song. That's like another thing I have. It's that I very closely relate certain songs to like times of day, and so some things are like daytime songs where like Wolf Alice is very much a nighttime song for me. And because it's kind of like a projection installation, it's obviously very dark. And yeah, also the photos that are projected onto the walls um, kind of remind me of like the end of the new Barbie movie where it's like a montage of all these like young girls and women. And so because like these like photos on the wall. They look very much like just like snapshots from normal people's lives, and I feel like this Wolf Alice song would definitely be a good end credits song. Um, yeah, so I'm going to try to play the song just from my phone into the mic. Very low tech. We also don't know if we are legally allowed to play music on our shows yet or not. So we'll also see how that goes. Hopefully, it doesn't get taken down, but let's try it. Okay, hope you can hear it.
Lessons to be sent from God. He'd like his light to shine on you. You've really missed a trick when it comes to love. Always seeking what you don't have, what you do ain't enough.
Okay, that was The Last Man on Earth by Wolf Alice. I really hope that holding my phone up to the mic is working because I would really like to not have to edit. I mean, I know that the sound quality isn't probably going to be the best, but if you like that song, then you can just listen to it on your own phone with better quality. Anyway, the next picture I'll be looking at is this picture of like a flower shop on the street, and for this song, or for this picture, I matched it to the song Secret Life by Bleachers featuring Miss Lana Del Rey. This song, when I was like looking it up, I actually, or like when I thought about it, when I thought of it, I thought it was called The Quiet Life, which is why I matched it to this picture, because it definitely seems like something like just kind of like a like scenery that you would see on like your daily walk if you lived a very tranquil and peaceful life. But no, the song's actually called Secret Life, and so it obviously has a very different message than the one that I was thinking about. But either way, I think that kind of like the sweetness of the song matches very well to this picture. Bleachers, by the way, is the band led by Jack Antonoff, who's like the producer of basically probably like half of, maybe if not like all of the indie-ish sounding pop songs that have come out in like the last 5-10 years. So yeah, he's kind of a key figure, I would say. Although I did just read about like how he's getting backlash for being rude to Amelia from Chicken Shop Date. So you know, there's your pop culture tidbit for the day. So yeah, here is Secret Life by Bleachers featuring Lana Del Rey.
Trying to wake up in some promised land. I just want a secret life where you and I can get bored out of our minds. I just wanna have you in a secret life, 'cause I'm sick of chasing after holy ghosts. Been trying to tell you I want you the most. You're always looking like a photograph just took. Acting high life, reading your own Russian books. No, you think I'm better than I am. Oh, honey, I'm not trying to wake up in some promised land. I just want a secret life where you and I can get bored out of our minds. I just wanna have it in a secret life, 'cause I'm sick of chasing all these holy ghosts. I've been trying to tell you I want you the most. And I talk so much, but I talk so much, it's nice. I talk so much because I'm scared to be
Okay, that was Secret Life. While I was listening to it, I was just thinking about all the stuff that Jack Antonoff has produced. I mean, he produced, did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard, Lana Del Rey's most recent album, Being Funny in a Foreign Language, the 1975's most recent album, like Taylor Swift, Lord, Clairo, you name it. Yeah, man must be busy. Anyway, I don't know what he's working on now, but yeah, something to ponder about, I guess. The next picture, if you keep sliding over, is a picture of a field with some yellow flowers, it seems. You know, very scenic, beautiful picture. Um, the song that I thought about when I saw this was Wide Open Spaces by Soccer Mom, or it's actually not by Soccer Mommy, it's, I'm gonna be playing the Soccer Mommy cover. It was originally by the Chicks. I listened to it once. It was much more country than the Soccer Mommy one, so I prefer this one, and I just like think with any cover, I usually prefer the one that I hear first, like rather than the original, which is funny because for a while I used to like hate covers. I would think, you know, why would I ever listen to a cover? Until I started realizing that a lot of the songs that I liked were actually covers. So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. I feel like it's kind of like realizing that you've been pronouncing a word wrong for your entire life when you realize that like one of your favorite songs isn't actually by the artist you thought it was. Um, but yeah, covers are cool. Like, I mean, you can find like bossa nova covers of almost every song, I feel like. Love those. There's also like Radiohead bossa nova covers, which, you know, because creeps need their cocktail hours too, I guess. So yeah, this picture um, reminded me of Wide Open Spaces by Soccer Mommy because obviously, you know, it's a wide open space, a very big field, but also in the song, it's about like how this protagonist needs a wide open space, like Squirrel needs a wide open space to like grow up, and I just feel like I don't know, these flowers are kind of girly, kind of yeah. I don't know how to explain it further. So here you go. Here's Wide Open Spaces by Soccer Mommy, or not by Soccer Mommy. Sorry, covered by Soccer Mommy.
Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? 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 seem like that long ago. When she stood there and let her own thoughts know she needed wide open spaces. Learn to make a big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high
Okay, that was Wide Open Spaces, originally by the Chicks, but that was a cover by Soccer Mommy. While I was holding my phone up to the mic for 4 minutes, I was also just looking at the album cover for that song, and it was like this picture, I believe, of Soccer Mommy when she was little. So it's like a film photo, and I was kind of thinking maybe it had like subconsciously I was like linking the existing album cover to the photo of the field as well, because the photo of the field looks like a film photo. Yeah, I don't know. I also like really, I mean, I feel like kind of part of this podcast originates from just like my love of album covers. Like, I literally cannot remember the names of albums or the names of songs. I have to like describe them. Being like, oh, that album cover with like the yellow heart or whatever. So yeah, that's just something. Another thing about me, I guess. The next photo, moving on, is one that our chair, Altea, sent in. Shout out to her. And it is of her on the couch. I'm not gonna assume I am going to assume what's going on here. So just like, I'm like spinning my own narrative around it, based on what I see. But I guess I'm gonna play the song first, before I explain why I thought that they linked. But the song is called Modern Girl, and it is by Slater. I don't know if it's Slater Kinney or Sleater Kinney. If anyone knows, please let me know. But yeah, here is Modern Girl.
My baby loves me, I'm so happy, happy
Okay, I'm a little worried about that one, how it's gonna sound on the recording because I can already hear a lot of that like staticky fuzz just coming from my phone speakers. But yeah, let's hope for the best. Anyway, that song, or this picture immediately reminded me of that song, um, because that song is like basically, I feel like, just kind of like satire on modern girlhood, I guess. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like a buzzword right now with uh, all the pop culture stuff going on, starting with Barbie. I feel like I'm referencing Barbie a lot, but yeah, it's like, I feel like this picture is kind of, in a way, it's like showing the not so glamorous sides of girlhood, but at the same time, I feel like this itself has become sort of like an aesthetic, this like messiness. Um, there's like that like messy English woman aesthetic going around like TikTok right now. Um, and I don't know, I'm for it. I like it. Um, like, I think that, yeah, we need to acknowledge and, you know, like, try our, we need to acknowledge that our lives aren't all perfect all the time. It's not always a sunny day, um, as that song says, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like also the fact that, Altea was willing to share this photo too. I mean, like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's totally posed, but um, I feel like, yeah, it's like something that just like these bad moments or like the bad days in our lives, I feel like we've become kind of less serious about it, and it's just something that we can not exactly laugh about, I guess, but take with a be more lighthearted about, I guess. Um, so yeah, it seemed like Slater Kinney uh, was definitely on top of that in, I don't know, I think it's late 90s, early 2000s, when they released that song. But also I feel like kind of the like unsophisticatedness, that's, I don't know, that's not a word, but the unsophisticated quality of like the guitar and like the jangliness and kind of like this like purity of the harmonica, like I don't know, it's just like very um unproduced, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's just very raw, and I feel like that's also links to the photo well. I think like the like bareness of the song kind of matches to like the bareness of the wall and just like the realness of the photo. Um, if that makes sense. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I'm really trying here, but I hope everyone understands the vision. Anyway, that's yeah. I think that's all I have to say about that one. Um, but yeah, I really like that song. It's one of my favorites. Um, from that time period, from I don't know, I don't know if it's still Riot Girl. I don't think it's Riot Girl anymore, but um, something to come out of it, I guess. Um, but yeah, moving on to the next photo. It is a blurry photo taken in the night. You have these light streaks from like a long exposure. Have some skaters there. Um, it's a really cool photo, and the person, my friend who actually sent me this photo, actually sent a song to go with it as well, which it was kind of reassuring to know that like, because she was like, oh, when I um, hear this song, it reminds me of uh, like biking in the nighttime. So it was reassuring to me to know that other people have these associations with images and songs. Um, I won't be using the song that she provided though, because I definitely I listened to it and I definitely got the vision, but I don't want to be just like copying her on this show. But the song that she mentioned, in case you're curious, is, let me look for it. It's called, if it was called Ephemeris, I think. I'll look for it while you listen to the song that I chose, which is Rabbit in Your Headlights by Uncle and Tom York. So yeah, here it is.
I'm a rabbit in your headlights, scared of the spotlight. You don't come to visit, I'm stuck in this bed. Thin rubber gloves, she laughs when she's crying. She cries when she's laughing. Fat bloody fingers are sucking your soul. I'm a rabbit in your headlights, Christian suburbanites wash down the toilet. Money to burn. Fat bloody fingers are sucking your soul If you're frightened of dying and then you're holding on, you see devils tearing your life away. But if you've made your peace, then the devils are really angels, freeing you from the earth. White worms on the underground, carpets
Okay, that was a Rabbit in Your Headlights by Uncle and Tom York. The connection with. Oh, sorry, before I go on, I just wanted to mention the song that my friend who sent this photo was talking about was called Ephemeras by Miro. Yeah. Um, but anyway, the Rabbit in Your Headlights song I thought connected to this photo because, I mean, obviously there's like the thing with the lights going on. Um, but there's also, I feel like both the song and the picture kind of have like an element of suspense in them. It's like both this kind of like chaotic quality because of like the movement of both the camera and the people in the picture. Um, but also there's like kind of like this odd sense of like tranquility. I mean, maybe not tranquility, but like calmness of like mutedness. Um, of like yeah, like I feel like that kind of is going on in both the photo and the song. I feel like with the song you have like the piano is kind of maintaining both a sense of calmness, but also it's heightening the suspense because like, you know, you feel like it doesn't quite belong. Um, yeah. I do this thing where I start a sentence and I think I'm gonna finish it, but I don't. Need to work on that. But the next picture um, is sent by our treasurer and secretary Boris. Um, very, very interesting picture. We have a lot going on. There's like this rundown truck, um, and these kind of like rundown trailer, like shed building, in the back, um, in like this, like in like these, not a forest, but just like in these bushes. Um, and this song reminded me of the Beachland Ballroom by Idols. And I feel like they both connect because um, I feel like these like man-made objects in the front, like these like kind of like rusting objects, these metal rusting objects have this kind of like aggressiveness towards them, which the singing also has in the song, but at the same time, I feel like the piano in the song and also kind of like the clouds and all the nature in the picture, um, I have this kind of sense of calmness. So again, it's like this juxtaposition between, um, you know, like this aggressive quality, but also kind of this melancholic feeling you get from the photo. Um, I actually really love photos like these. I love like photos of like abandoned buildings and stuff. Um, because yeah, it's kind of sad, but also, you know, it's not super pleasant to look at. Uh, and I feel that way with this song. It's kind like some parts are very nice, but other parts are like, oh, you're screaming in my ear. Anyway, um, here is the Beachland Ballroom by Idols. Okay, that was the Beachland Ballroom by Idols. While I was playing that song, I was just thinking, there's a lot of like things you can think about in 4 minutes. But anyway, um, while I was playing that song, I was just thinking about how many references I made to things that only people who are chronically online would be able to make. I mean, I feel like saying chronically online is already a telltale sign that I spend way too much time on my phone. But yeah, I just wanted to uh, acknowledge that. Like, am I proud of it? No, but I'd rather call myself out before someone else does. So, yeah, pretty embarrassing. But the moving on to the last picture and song, um, the picture is from Ian, our equipment manager, and it is I think he said it's a photo of his friend. Um, I have to be honest, this was like the hardest photo to find a song for. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why, but I mean, it is definitely more challenging, I'll say, to match songs to pictures that like aren't mine. Just because like I don't really know the backstory behind the photos, and so all I can do is guess. Whereas I feel like it would be much easier if I use my own photos, but that takes out half of the fun and the challenge. Um, but going back to the photo, I chose the song "The Hook" by Stephen Malcolmus. Um, this whole self-titled album is like kind of like individual stories of just these like fictional, like completely fictional stories. I don't know, maybe they're inspired by true events. I can't assume, but this song is about like this kid who's kidnapped by pirates, and like he makes his way up the ranks as he grows older, but uh, I feel like they kind of connect in a very distant way. I don't know, in my mind it was like, oh, this person is that kid who got kidnapped by pirates, and like this is like his, you know, world tour, like if he was going to different destinations. I don't know what where this church is in the background. Um, but yeah, that is my very distantly related storyline that I could create. Um, I was a little hesitant at first of matching this song to the photo because I feel like Stephen Malcolmus is so distinctly like American sounding, and this photo obviously isn't taken in the US, but just ignore that. And yeah, so here's the last song, "The Hook" by Stephen Malcolmus.
Age 19, I was kidnapped by Turkish pirates. Mediterranean thug. After some torture, they considered me their mascot. Symbiotic good luck. I had the taste of death and many other things. I had the bitter go with my wedding ring. I would never see my family again. 25, I was respected.
Okay, that was the last song for the last picture. I'm really surprised that I actually made it to 55 minutes, even with playing the entire song. At some points, I thought that I would end at like 30 minutes, but yay. I made it this far, and I hope that you did too, and I hope you enjoyed. Um, Next time, I hope that I can do like an open call for photos and I can match photos to but maybe some match songs to maybe some of your photos. So I'll be looking forward to that. Thank you so much for listening. And again, if you want to find the photos, you can do that on our Instagram, which is UCU Radio UCU. And maybe I'll make a playlist of the songs that I did on our Spotify as well, which is linked in our bio. So, thank you so much again, and see you next time. I don't know how to end these. This is awkward. Okay, goodbye.